us today? Would you mind starting us off with the opening statement?
Sure. Well, when you go back and you look at the game, and I think the first thing you have to do is you have to take all the emotion out of it. And, we have a thing here called fact check. And so, it's the silent video. We have a thing called just press play, and it's not based off of opinions. It's not based off of emotion. It's based off of your football identity of what you put on video. So when you press play, what shows. And, when we just press play, when we watch the silent video, I do think we made a lot of strides. We did improve as a football team in a lot of certain areas, but we also have a lot of blinking lights as well that we have to get cleared up and cleaned up immediately. The first thing I think is we pride ourselves in teaching and playing complementary football. We're not doing that right now. It's like we have three separate entities of offense, defense, and special teams. So I think the big thing we have to do is continue to focus on playing complementary football. When you look at football, everything is about getting into a rhythm, getting into the flow of the game. I didn't think, particularly on offense, we had any flow. We didn't have any rhythm in the game. We did a lot of good things. And then, right now, we don't have a lot of discipline to execute overall with 11 for 11. When you go back again and you press play and you look at the video, we have 8 guys doing the right things. We have 9 guys doing the right things. And the 2 guys that, 2 players that aren't doing it right, it's catastrophic. And so we have to work to be 11 for 11 on every single play. I think the other thing, when you look at it, it's no secret. The double positive is the biggest indicator of winning and losing, and that's turnovers and explosive plays. And anytime you turn the football over, we had 4 turnovers, particularly 3 in the first half. You're not even giving yourself an opportunity to be in the football game. So again, I did think we made improvements. We have to build upon that and move forward into Stony Brook and keep demanding playing to a standard of excellence every single day, not only on game day, but in practice, and keep demanding, and our players want to do that. And it's our job as coaches and myself to keep demanding and keep teaching them. But, this football team wants to do well, and we just have to continue to show them the way and teach them how to win.
Thank you. We'll start off with Luke Mattson. Luke, please go ahead.
Hey, Butch, 2 questions for you. First, do you know the status of JT Shrout? And you speak about the offense. What are some of the things you want to work on this week to try to get improvement in that area?
Sure. Well, in terms of JT's status, right now, I would probably list him as questionable. He will practice this week, but we'll see how that goes. So he'll be day-to-day and moving forward. In terms of offensive improvements, first and foremost, it starts with the double positive. It starts with taking care of the football. We do a ball security circuit twice in practice. We coach it on every single down. But again, there's a lot of things, on the catastrophic turnover in the red area. After we had momentum in the game, we had a bad run course. So that was fundamentally unsound. And then we just spit the ball out, and you can't be able to do that. Usually when you throw an interception, there's a story behind it. Usually you're either late over the middle or you're fooled by the coverage. We have our receiver, Corey Rucker, wide open on a double move. They're in single high, and JT has bad eyes, and he stares the safety down, and that's an all-conference football player, and he goes up, in the deep part of the field and goes up and makes a great play, and it's an interception when it really should have been 7 points. I think the other takeaway, too, is we didn't take advantage of our early field position, and that put us behind. We could have very easily been up 14-0, 10-0, and we didn't take advantage of that. So again, it's trying to get some continuity, some rhythm to the flow of how we're playing offensive football right now.
Thank you. We'll go over to Jeremy. Jeremy, please go ahead.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Jeremy.
Stony Brook gives the team a chance to sort of reset. Is there anything offensively, at least, that we're going to see a little bit different against Stony Brook that we can look out for?
Well, I think first of all, we have to continue to stay the course with fundamentals and details and overall execution. and the discipline to execute down in and down out. And that's where we're struggling right now, is being 11 for 11. We're 8 out of 11, we're 9 out of 11, but we're right there. So I think the fundamentals and details of every single play, knowing why you're calling the play, what's the play caller's intent when you call a play, understanding situational football, all that. And then, we have to start to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers. We have to do a better job that way as well, and be able to distribute the football, make the defense cover, the entire portion of the field, whether it's vertically or horizontally. So those are all things that I think for us to continue to grow and develop, we need to take the next step there.
I'll go over to Logan.
Hey, Coach, a couple questions here. First off, just you mentioned JT being questionable. Just what are some of the difficulties there when it comes to game planning and maybe not knowing exactly who will be under center? And then two, just talking about the D-line play from this past Saturday, generate some pressure. There are a couple run plays that, Memphis really kind of struggled to get going. So just wanted to get your thoughts on the D-line play as well.
Yeah, I think really overall, if you look at really first quarter and a half, we dominated the lines of scrimmage and we weren't able to sustain. We weren't able to maintain that, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. In terms of the difficulty with not knowing who your quarterback is going to be, you're exactly right in terms of, we have to play to the skill sets of the quarterback. So again, we'll have a couple game plans and moving forward, and we'll see, and we'll progress as, we'll address that situation, how it progresses throughout the course of the week. But really the quarterback a lot of times is a byproduct of how everyone plays around them. And, when we talk about the ebbs and flows of the game, when you press play, for instance, we have second and long, we throw a curl route, he's wide open, great throw, we drop the football. So instead of having a first down, now we have third and long, and we don't run the appropriate depth of a route on a dig route. It's supposed to be 16 yards. We run 11 and we get undercut by a cover 2 corner and goes a pick 6. Well, first of all, if we would have execute the details of winning football and not drop the football, we would have never been in that situation. That's where coaching, that's where everybody has to be responsible for everything. And so these are all the things that we're working towards. In terms of the defensive line, I thought they did some good things. I think what you saw is gap integrity. We kept our shoulders square. We always talk about square is strong. So we were able to do those things and maintain our gap integrity, and that gave them a hard time to really effectively run the ball consistently, really all night against us.
Thank you. And thank you, Coach. That's all the time we have for you today.
Okay, have a great day.
Thank you.